uh, are you creating like boundaries with the writing and with your kids that allow you to keep present with your family the way you want to be like now?
That's a very difficult question. I think especially for writers, it varies a little bit. And I think I have thankfully I have come up with a way that really works for me, that I don't have to completely shut the kids out. So, and that's tricky because I mean, it, it, especially when you're writing a specific character or something like that, you might be a very certain way. Like, I mean, if I was to write a bad guy, if I was to write the antagonist in a specific way, while I'm writing that character, I need to condition myself that he's going to be doing things that might not always be good. And while I'm writing that, it might it might pull out a reaction in me that might be negative, or a worldview that might be negative. So if my kid comes to ask me advice while I'm stuck in this character, will that affect the worldview? Well, I think in some people it might. I've always been someone that's pretty good at compartmentalizing. So um, whatever character I'm writing, I can very easily box them up and keep them in the back. Like as I'm sitting right here, I've got like 10 or 15 characters there hanging around my head, and I've got to be able to compartmentalize. I always wanted an environment, and I think also as a remote working writer for about 25 years, I've always been involved with brands, writing for them, doing copywriting, content marketing, and things like that, as in a freelance capacity. I've always wanted an environment where it's work-life integration and not work-life balance. So I understand I understand work-life balance. I know what people are talking about when they say that, and I appreciate that. Daddy worked hard all day long. He doesn't want to think about working right now. He comes in, work is over there. I get it. We're gonna just click over to family mode, and that's fine. However, your kid needs to see how you're dealing with the rejections at work, with the successes at work. What happened there, man? I mean, are you going to talk about that? Are you going to tell your kid that you had a bit of a disagreement with a coworker? Are you going to tell your kids that, yes, you got an award because you did something right? What did you do? How did that operate? How did you make this success? So I always wanted the kids to be involved in that. Whatever I'm doing, writing, whether it's for business, corporate writing, or whether it is a novel, what I'm writing. I wanted to be there. I wanted the kids to experience what I'm experiencing, because that is still parenting right there.
Hmm.
They're still learning about how to deal with the world. Like I just had a massive, maybe setback, maybe a publishing deal that fell through. I mean, I had all my books were set to be turned into films. I had the TV series was going to be picked up, not going to be picked up, not going to be picked up. Man, the production world is it's like a hornet's nest. Like the rejection there, you should almost be like having a wall around your soul, because you're going to get hurt. And I wanted the kids to experience that with me. Like I just got this call now, and it's a like they're going to pass on it now because of this that happened and this that happens. You know, it was on the cusp of being a deal. I need to deal with that loss. So there's my kids. Daddy, what does this mean? This is what it means. Oh, okay. So what do you do now? Well, now, so they're learning. Now I've got to do this, and I've got to get back up. I've got to now prepare a pitch and pitch it to someone else. Oh, all right. Okay, cool. That's interesting. Do you do this a lot? These are all learning periods. I mean, so there's no real boundaries for me. There are some times where I'll say to my wife, "Look, I need to go away just to finish it. Like this section must be finished. There's something heavy that needs to come out, and it needs to not be hindered." But for the most of it, I want to be able to work in an environment where they can share in my successes and my losses and see how I react to that.